Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is gonna be Alliance War 5 I believe of season 20, and ASR is going up against DSVG. And for those of you who do not know, Munash and Sweden are both in that alliance and they both have YouTube channels, so you are more than welcome to search them up. Just type in Sweden or Munash in YouTube and I'm sure their channels will pop up because both of them have decently good sized channels with very good content. Both of them are extremely skilled players, and there are definitely a lot of useful things that could potentially help you. So yeah, go check those guys out. And here is the start of actual war. I'm bringing in Corvus, Quake, and Nick Fury for this war. In all honesty, I kind of really only needed Corvus. I kind of brought in Nick Fury and Quake for the synergy with the weight charges, and we're gonna see that it definitely is gonna get useful. But yeah, first fight, first path is path 1. I only have Hulkbuster on that line to deal with, but Hulkbuster obviously is Avenger and also a tech champion, so that's two basically free missions for Corvus. Also class advantage, also Corvus doesn't take damage from shocks, and basically perfect fine for Corvus Glaive. Now I will boost relatively decent amount because obviously these are kind of master level wars, and for all intents and purposes this war is extremely close, especially for till the very end bit, where it wasn't as close anymore, but for most part up until like 100 kills or so the war was definitely quite tight. So I'm not running suicides with Corvus, and 100% it's not a good idea to use Corvus in my opinion in like Alliance War without suicides, but I figured some decent size boosts plus rank 3 6-star the Corvus and plus class advantage should kind of be enough to get me through the first fight. I was slightly worried about my reach and all that, whether Corvus is going to run out of charges, so I'm still going to play quite conservative with medium light mediums, sometimes medium lights only. Now I do make some mistakes during the fight I was just being a bit sloppy. It was quite late in the evening, and not having like the cleanest fights. Actually, this war in itself is going to be quite sloppy for me, and the thing that does save me ultimately is just the fact that I do put on decent amount of boosts and kind of like pull it together, I guess you could say. So here we can see that the shock and armor break obviously gives me good amount of willpower heal. I drop my level 2, and that pretty much brings me up to another level 2 thanks to cosmic power boosts. Drop that, finish with a full yellow bar, even though I did get clipped. And that is it for my contribution in section 1. I didn't have to do much else here. And now in section 2 I'm on path 9, and we're actually going up against Swedeth and Nightcrawler. And this fight is going to be somewhat lengthy, but it's also going to be kind of like ironic and funny because I definitely did want to get him to evade before I switch his stances. And overall, I have fought Nightcrawler like more than enough times to be relatively comfortable in that fight. So he has evaded now, so now I'm going to be trying to switch his stances, but now the new AI is kind of weird, and sometimes we can see that he lets go of his block and reapplies it in the middle of the combo as I'm hitting his block. So that was kind of new. That took me for a loop a bit. And I wasn't like slowing down my combos or slow tapping too much, but eventually I do manage to switch him down. And obviously now just the easy part to knock the Nightcrawler down, right? Well, I kind of forgot about that bit. So I did make him evade on purpose. I did switch his stances, and I just kind of forgot to knock him down, which is, mission not gained. But obviously at this point the fight is well under control. He cannot evade anymore. I am very close to my level 2. He's only at 20%. He is stubborn defender, so triggering Dex does make him go indestructible. But yeah, I dropped my level 2, and at that point I realized, wait, did I knock him down? I didn't knock him down, did I? And so it was quite decent fight overall. Everything went to textbook except I forgot a page in that textbook. And now Heimdall, and this fight's gonna be a lot more dodgy, man. This fight's gonna be a lot more dodgy, because obviously I do not really fear Heimdalls on defense, even though they can be annoying. Especially Corvus, 3 missions, decent sized boost, I think. I probably somewhat underestimated this fight, but yeah, I definitely could have played it better. So now he goes for level 1. Obviously, I can't dash in that level 1 if he has True Strike active, otherwise I risk getting parried, but I evaluated the spacing there and I ate a combo for it. Now second time I don't make that mistake. I do get rid of his True Strike, but he's already like at a 1 bar of power, so I'm gonna have to knock him down again. And luckily here that heavy attack did connect, so here I go for level 2, and that does significant amount of damage, another 3 hits, and he goes down. So not the cleanest fight. It wasn't too awful. The only like big mistake there was messing up the spacing, punishing his level 1, was it? Yes, level 1 with my heavy attack. But all in all, it wasn't too bad. So I'm not taking Munash's man thing, however, so I do not go up against that guy. And now the last fight in the war is going to be Brute Force mini boss, which is going to be Black Widow Deadly Origins on Limber Brute Force node. I'm not going to put on any big boosts because at this point the war is already decided. At this point we have very, very good lead on our opponents, and in addition to that I'm going to be bringing in Nick Fury now. I could have obviously brought in Corvus or healed Corvus and brought in, but I figured Nick Fury should be able to deal with this fight extremely well, obviously, because if anything goes wrong, I do have that life model decoy, extra life, and actually somewhere throughout the fight I'm going to decide to get rid of life model decoy on purpose. So yeah, Stubborn is active, and she has Limber, so the tricky thing about Black Widow Deadly Origins, though, that I hadn't really thought about previously, is her heavy attack recovery is extremely quick, and you have to have like your timing down perfectly if you want to punish those heavy attacks. So here we can see that I punish first 2 without any problem, so I get a bit cocky confident, and here I tried to punish the third one and I did end up getting parried, and then she went into her level 1 instead of dropping a full combo on me, so that was kind of lucky. Now at this point she can evade if I try to attack her. I could have just waited it out, but the Black Widow's Deadly Origins evade doesn't work on special attacks. So here we again can see that she recovers extremely quickly from that heavy attack, and it's tricky to punish. Now I obviously have saved up all my parry stuns for when it need be. Additionally, I'm not really trying to conserve my health at all, because this is definitely the last fight that I'm gonna have in this war, and yeah, I have no need for like saved few thousand HP, so I take all the hits and block on purpose, and again she parries me again, and that one was more or less for kind of educational purposes. And now obviously real Nick Fury comes out to play. I drop a level 1, and at this point keep in mind that she cannot evade even if she tried to, because I have above 5 tactical charges, and obviously I deal significantly more damage, so she does come in for level 1 once more, but she can't evade. It's useless, and my bleeds are dealing a ton of damage, so I finish out the fight quite comfortably. It obviously wasn't the smoothest fight by all means, but the main reason why I played it the way I did is because I knew I can afford to play it so, and in the end I kind of figured if I do get parried, if I do get comboed, then Nick Fury with active Fury buff and life model decoy destroyed will obviously finish out the fight extremely quickly, which is exactly what happened. And yeah, so that was it for my contribution. The war is technically still not finished, but the win is in the bank for us. So I think now ASR is moving on to the record of 4-1. We have 1 loss and 4 wins. So it's not the perfect start of the season, but it's also not the worst. We are at the upper half of Masters bracket at the moment. We'll see how we are able to finish off the season. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Again, huge shout out to Munash and Sweda and everybody else from opposing team. good luck to you guys, and yeah, that will be it for today, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya.